Taking a look at the Quizmaster application, we're going to focus in on the build and the naming of my controls. You can name your controls whatever you want, but again, my suggestion to you is pick names that make sense to you. So we're going to start with the obvious features. We have a label that's asking question number 1. We have another label that's asking question number 2, and another label that's asking question number 3. If I check my inspector, you'll see that I did not change the name of these labels. They're not used in any of the coding, so leaving the label name, the generic label 1, 2, 3 is just fine. So we have 3 labels. Then I have, looking at the actual option buttons that I've created, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 option buttons, and I called them by their initial. B for blue button, G green button, P pink button, red R button, and O other is O button. So there's no coding in those either. I'll take a look at one of them and you'll see I haven't done any coding at all in my buttons. I just need to make sure I know the name of them. All of the coding is focused in the check answer buttons for this application. So I have 1, 2, 3 generic buttons, and they are called push button 1, push button 2, and push button 3. Now there is coding in these, but I don't refer to the button itself in the coding, so I didn't feel the need to change the name of those. I also have answer 1 text field and answer 3 text field. Now I had an answer 2, but I decided not to use it. I decided to go with the images here instead for my display for checkboxes. So that's why I have answer 1 and answer 3. As long as you remember the name of those, that's totally fine. So I also have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 checkboxes. And just to show you where you can find those option buttons and checkboxes, when you go to your library and you scroll down a bit, they are under the pickers category. So the 6 checkboxes are named basketball check, hockey check, soccer check, baseball check, volleyball check, and rugby check, just to match the label that's on this. Now for each one of these types of buttons, you obviously have to go over and change the caption so that it says what you want it to say. Change the caption for all of the option buttons, change the caption for all of the checkboxes. And the last question that I'm looking at, I have 1 pop-up menu. I'll go over again and look at our library. There is my pop-up menu. You drag it onto the screen. You see the little pencil. When you click on that pencil, it opens up a subject contents box, and you can add as many different options as you want to your pop-up menu. It's really simple and straightforward. Just click add, type in what you want, and go ahead and close the box. All right, and so I looked at my buttons. I've looked at, I guess the last thing I need to look at is these image wells over here. So I have added 6 image wells. And the purpose of those is when I check the various sports and click check answer, these image wells will show up on my screen. 1 window. So I'll give you a little glance over here at the side. There's my 1 window. There's my 2 text fields. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 checkboxes. I have 1 pop-up menu, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 option buttons, some labels, and there are the pictures that I brought in to fill up my image wells. Alright, so the next video you look at will show you how to code your check answer buttons, but setting up your page shouldn't be too difficult. Pretty straightforward. Drag and drop, make it look good, and you can move on to the next video and see how to program your Quizmaster.